don't know if anyone else ever feels like Taylor Swift is the only living person on the planet and the rest of us just already died. That's how it feels. So, I don't know. It just feels like the rest of us died. So, I don't know what that is. I don't know. Like, yeah. I don't have something interesting to say about it. Just that's how it feels. It just feels like everybody else died. But like that doesn't like mean something. It just feels that way. Like, okay. Everybody else who was ever born in all of human history was just like unsuccessful, I guess. But in this way that if you see that, it's like all consuming that like this one person was the only victorious person throughout all of human history. But then when you think about it, she doesn't necessarily seem happy or like more enlightened than us. So so why does it feel like that's the only person who's ever been successful in all of human history? It just feels that way. I don't know. It just feels that way. I don't know if there's people on the planet who don't feel that way, or if there's people on the planet who pretend to not feel that way, or what there is out there. I don't know. I don't know. But like, it's not like based on anything. I don't know. Like compared to like Miley Cyrus, like Taylor Swift is like successful and Miley Cyrus is like an NPC. That's how I feel. I don't know why. Not just because I never watched the show, but it's like when you look at them, it's like they're not both giving like aura for some reason. I don't know why. Don't I wish I could control that about myself? Like obviously, yeah. Like what? I don't know. That's just how I feel, which is weird. I don't think I've ever met a person I felt like, it's not even like, oh, I'm trying to make her like compete in my mind with like other people. It's like, I don't know. Like my attention span is like, that person's successful. Everybody else died. It's not like based on anything. That's, I don't know. That's why it's like I don't have something interesting to say about it. Do all people feel that way? Is she just an alien from another planet? More than the rest of us, but she's not doing anything abnormal. I don't know. What kind of alien is that? I don't know what this is. Because whatever you could say that she is, it's like as if people feel like they have examples of other ones, but there's not other ones. I don't know what this is. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But the rest of us died, for sure. So, I don't know. Died from what? Why everybody else? I don't know. I don't know. I swear I have no personality. Or maybe I wouldn't think that, but because it's like her hands are not like made out of fireworks, you know what I'm saying? But then why does she feel like the only person that didn't die already on the planet? Like, that's like weird. You know? I'm just waiting for you to answer, but there's not really an answer, is there? I don't know. But it's like she was just born with money. So, like, to like advertise everything, but everybody else who was born with money is boring and doesn't seem interesting, and everybody who wasn't born with money doesn't seem successful. So I don't know. Anyway, I have like so many descriptions for videos that I just have to sit there and copy and paste. It's gonna take me like hours because I have like 3,000 videos to copy and paste the link for my GoFundMe. But get this, depending on like which post I promote, I have to like really think about it. It has to be a post where I talked about that in the video, or people aren't gonna know. Because people don't just go to the description of a video. Like, you don't just, nobody goes to the description of a YouTube video if you don't tell them to. This has to be so planned. I don't know how to plan it. We'll see. But it's literally gonna take me hours to like copy and paste this, like, description for all the videos. Anyway, I guess on the bright side, when you see somebody everywhere, you feel like you're competing with them, because why do you keep seeing them? But then when you think that when you feel like they're the only successful person on the planet, it makes you feel like you're trying to compete with the only successful person on the planet. Not that there's not other people that are doing amazing, but it's like so easy to get lost in that, because if you open your phone, you only see that one, I feel like, everywhere. But it makes you feel like you're competing with like the only successful person on the planet. So then you're like, well, how do I become more successful than the only successful person on the planet? At least it makes you think like that, which can't be that bad, right? Because then it means that you're trying to be strategic and smart. But would I mind? I wouldn't mind just having a moment of not necessarily feeling that way or whatever, but like, people handle their personal brands so weirdly, I guess, and try to make them addictive, and then you're like, well, now I can't think about anything else, but it's not like I care. So, all right. Other people, please try to make your personal brand addictive, because I'm tired of thinking that's the only successful person on the planet. So the rest of you, you're not like amping it up enough, you know? Oh no. People aren't lying enough. They've got to compete with that one. Pretend to be happy when you're not happy and stuff, and then pretend to be sad when you're not sad. It's not working. You got to do it more. Whatever you think you're doing, you're not faking enough. You're not hiding your own unhappiness enough, and then you're not amping up your pretend unhappiness enough, and you're not in enough contractual relationships that are ending for no reason. You're not doing enough of that. You're fading away. Maybe intentionally for no reason, but like, you're not in enough fake scandals that you don't actually care about. You're not standing up for enough fake issues. You're not pretending enough. You're not pretending to not care about issues you actually care about enough. I don't know what you're not pretending, but you're not pretending something, I guess. The most useless video ever is what this is. But yeah, you're just not lying to enough people about how important you are every second of your life. It has to be like every 4 seconds that you're lying about how important you are. It's not working, but you can't stop. Yeah, it's not working, but you can't stop. That's it. Anyway, this feels so pointless to say, but because I'm like, nobody's gonna see this video, but if you do, then isn't it weird when you feel like you see like so many different versions of the same person? So then you feel like you have like 10 different types of like parasocial relationships with the same person, but it's like a different one for every different version of them. Like, I feel like the whole planet just develops a separate parasocial relationship with that person, like separately. Like, the old ones don't like die off and evolve into the next one, but it's like you have a separate parasocial relationship. Every time it's like her aura is like a tiny bit different, then it's like now the whole planet has a separate like parasocial relationship with like the new one, as if it's a separate person. Like, that is like hundreds of thousands of people, apparently. Like, it's so weird. Like, it seems like that's like hundreds of thousands of people as one person. Is it like an ego thing? What is it? Because how is that? That's like millions of people. That's like 20 million people in one body or something. And the rest of us are just here. We're just ants, apparently. I don't know. I don't know if that's how she feels or how the entire planet feels about themselves looking at her, or both. Or it depends on the day. But being a human just feels weird, and it feels like that's the only person on the planet. I don't know. That's literally how it feels. Like, I don't know, that's how it feels. It's just weird. Good, bad, terrible, amazing, the worst thing ever, the best thing ever, because it's just, there's so many different things going on there. I don't know. But also, it feels like the whole entire planet is obsessed with her in like an impossible way, to an impossible degree. You know? Like, just like it just feels like that's never happened before. Like, Cleopatra didn't do that, you know? Like, it doesn't feel, I don't know. It does feel like Cleopatra didn't do that. Like, Marilyn Monroe did not do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what this is. Like, no offense, like, Beyonce did not do that. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's weird. I don't think another person feels like there are millions of people within one body, but the entire planet, or majority of the planet, seems to feel and think that way about her. Like, the whole planet feels that way? It seems like it a lot. I don't know. Has a day ever gone by where it didn't feel like the entire planet thought that person was 20 million people in one body compared to everybody else? I don't think there's ever been a day that went by that didn't feel that way to the whole planet. But it's like, we have entertainment, so like it can't be that bad. But like, I don't know. I guess it kind of feels like the rest of us would not even show up to our own funerals. That's how it feels. Let alone have people show up. Like, that sounds so mean to the rest of us. But like, billions of people care about that one. You know? Like, the rest of us would not be showing up to our own because we would think it would be boring, even if we were a ghost. We would be like going to somebody else's, thinking it's ours or something. Like, we would have no idea how to even go there to our own. It just feels like that person has it figured out, you know? Like, has it figured out, like, I don't know. Like, we're all choosing, like, eternal death compared to that person. Like, I don't know what that is. But she's not as bad. I feel like Christina Aguilera pulls on people's... I know, that one again. But, like, she's supposed to... She, like, pulls on people's energy in a weird way. Christina Aguilera looks like the future incarnation of whoever's looking at her. She's not the future incarnation of me. Too many people thought that made sense. She's not the future incarnation of me. We're not something. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like same soul in two bodies or something. We're not that. We're not anything. Too many people thought that was true. It's not true. Too many people walked up to me to say that, and it was not true. No. She is supposed to look like the future incarnation of you if you look at her. That's what that energy is. So I don't know why that would be your future incarnation, though, is why it's like... You know what I'm saying. You don't know what I'm saying. Your future incarnation is not walking around on the planet right now. But some people's aura, they like train their aura to like pull on that energy for you, to where you're gonna think that's the future incarnation of you, but that's not what's happening. So yeah, that's just not what's happening. So lots of people thought they were possibly trying to set me up to believe that that was actually true, right? If they were going to try to tell me about like some side-by-side comparison. She's not the future incarnation of me. That hasn't happened yet. Is not a walking body around on the planet. Like, I don't believe in oversouls, honestly, dude. Only because I kind of believe that like oversouls don't exist, because I believe we're like all important, if that makes sense. But I understand why people would believe in that. Like, I don't believe that I'm a part of like Christina Aguilera's or oversoul or something. I don't believe I'm so unimportant that I would just be a part of somebody that's already out there. I've never like seen it like that. I don't see myself that way. I just see myself as a person with a soul, but like I don't see myself as like an extension of somebody else's. Like, I feel like that's like what an oversoul kind of is, and I don't see myself as like an extension of somebody's in that way at all. Like, I don't see it. I think sometimes people need a lot of like leftover psychosis, so they need to be able to see people that way. Well, no, I'm not trying to insult people who are actually psychic and believe in oversouls, because they have a right to. I mean people who want to walk up to somebody and be like, oh, you're the same person as this celebrity, or you're like a part of them, or whatever. I don't believe in. I believe in like people's right to believe in oversouls. I just see it as a disempowering belief to hold about yourself or other people, because I don't want to meet somebody and see them as so unimportant that they're a part of the person I met last week, if that makes sense. I want to have it be a separate moment with that person. I don't want to have it be a part of that one other person. Like, I feel like I want to see individuals as so important that no matter who they are, they don't need like an oversoul. Not that you don't have a right to like, you know, I don't know if you know what I mean. I don't see it as like an oversoul as like traveling together like people want to see it as. I don't see it that way, because I believe you just have autonomy to like do what you want and go where you want. And I believe in your importance not needing that. And I believe that you didn't need that from the start. I just believe it's like, I feel like when people believe in oversouls, they're wrestling for importance. And so they feel like importance is what has to be sacrificed one way or another, for themselves or for somebody else. And so in that fight for importance, I feel like they accidentally like displace either their own importance or somebody else's. So they'll start to maybe believe in oversouls because it was hard to believe in themselves being so important that they never had that to begin with. or that there really are so many of us. But it's not hard to believe there's so many of us because there's actually so many more of us than we will ever know. So we can never see it as like, I don't know, I feel like people do try to see it like there's only a set number of people. There's no reason to think that there's not like more planets out there than we have like people on Earth, because there's so many different types and varieties of ways you could imagine a planet being different from this one. Like, oh, the floor's lava, like I'm sure that's out there in like 900 varieties, you know, like, or 20 million varieties. Like, we kind of don't know, but it's like, why would you choose that one, you know? But you're definitely not going there with an oversoul. For what? That's how I see it. That's how I see it. But people have to not have to sacrifice their own importance when they see great numbers of people. You don't become less important because more people exist. It doesn't mean that there's more people connected to you. That's not what I believe. I just believe that, like, you don't become more important just because there's, I don't know, 980 trillion people or souls out there that are like all separate, right? Like, that doesn't make you less important. That doesn't make somebody else the future incarnation of you who's walking around right now. And that doesn't mean that you have to have an oversoul. That's what I believe. That it doesn't mean that you're a part of somebody else. I don't believe you're ever like forced to be a part of somebody else. I don't believe in that, okay? Because oversouls are weird to me. I totally see it as like, oh, what? So the person opens their eyes all the way across the room and now you see through their eyes? Like, I don't really get it. Like, that's some weird alien stuff. I don't want that. That's some weird alien stuff. Okay, that's some weird alien stuff. That's like a dog starts pooping and you start seeing. Like, I don't know what this is. Like, oh, but you're blind when it's not pooping. Like, I don't want to associate with that being a true concept, because it's too like, oh, let me take away like 90% of your importance just to give it to somebody else that looks like you. Like, it's too freaky. It's too, like, why can't I just matter also? Like, why can't we each matter? Why can't we both be important? Why do I have to lose most of my importance so that you can also exist? Like, the concept of oversouls, it's not even like, oh, I see myself as so important that wouldn't be there. I see myself as if I were you as so important that there wouldn't be an oversoul. That's how I feel. If I were walking around as you, I better be so important that there's not an oversoul. Or why do I have to lose 90% of my importance just so somebody else could be more important than me for no reason? I don't believe in that. Anyway, but I do still not know what kind of weird DNA activation some of these people are doing that I don't have yet. Like Taylor Swift, for example. I don't know what kind of weird DNA activation that is, but it is very alien. It is very alien. It's kind of like, it is giving alien, because it's like, where did you get that weird DNA activation that nobody else on the planet has ever seen to be so important that you're like 20 million people walking around in one body? Like, where did you get that? Because everybody else is like one person. I'm not even just saying to me, but like, it feels like that to like, that's how it is to everybody. So like, you know, where did you get that? Because that looks kind of valuable. Like, I feel like the rest of us could use that. Like, where did you get that? The whole planet could have just like starved and died not having that. So like, where did you get it? What planet did you get that? Where are we all going after? Because if people are obsessed with that, they're probably gonna have to go to the planet where it came from. So what planet are so many people going to after this to try to get whatever that is? Like, we're all gonna be trapped on some weird planet next time where we have to struggle so much that we start to feel like we independently each have the worth of 20 million people. We're all gonna be so forced to be trapped somewhere until we feel that way about ourselves. Because this person's walking around feeling that way. Anyway. Where are we going for the next 100,000 years, apparently? I don't know, guys. But that's how I feel about it. I love you. Bye.